It feels like we're always running out of time, no matter how many plans we make or schedules we keep. We're told productivity is about squeezing every minute, yet it often feels like a losing battle. But what if the answer isn't in controlling every second? In Mind Management, Not Time Management, David Kadavy offers a fresh take. Success isn't about filling your calendar to the brim, it's about working with your mind's natural rhythms, not against them. David Kadavy didn't start out as a writer. Writing wasn't even something he particularly enjoyed, but a book deal was too good to pass up. Determined, he cleared his calendar, cut out distractions, and carved out serious writing time. He even started getting groceries delivered, fully committing to his new goal. But despite his efforts, he'd often find himself stuck, staring at a blank screen for hours. The pressure kept building. His deadline was fast approaching, and he still had 25% of his manuscript to write. To escape the growing tension, he decided to attend a retreat in Costa Rica, hoping the new environment would shake things up, though he didn't expect much from it. At the retreat, feeling more blocked than ever, he took a walk. That's when he ran into Diego, a friendly local who greeted him with a wave and started a casual conversation about the weather and life. Something about that simple, genuine interaction cleared his mind. When David returned to his laptop, he felt a surprising surge of clarity. In a single hour, he wrote the first chapter. Reflecting on the experience, he realized something crucial: productivity isn't about controlling every minute, it's about managing our energy and mental states, finding the right times to do our best work. Have you ever stared at a to-do list, feeling completely drained and unmotivated? It's a common struggle. We've been taught to focus on managing time to boost productivity, but David Kadavy proposes a radical shift in mind management, not time management. True productivity isn't about controlling every minute, it's about harnessing our mind's energy. In Kadavy's experience, sticking to strict schedules and forcing focus was frustratingly ineffective. The breakthrough came when he began to prioritize tasks based on his mental state rather than the clock. This is the heart of mind management. Instead of asking, "What can I get done right now?" you ask, "What task matches my current mood and focus level?" This shift helps avoid procrastination and leverages your mental energy, making tasks easier to tackle. Creative work, as Kadavy highlights, relies on finding a creative sweet spot, those moments when your mind is primed for ideation. He describes two thinking types that support creativity: divergent thinking, which allows ideas to flow freely in multiple directions, and convergent thinking, which brings those ideas together. Writing, for instance, starts with divergent thinking as you brainstorm different ways to tell your story, and then shifts into convergent thinking as you choose your tone, structure, and voice. But creativity is elusive. It doesn't obey logic or linear planning. Many of us have experienced those sudden, joyful, aha, insights, when everything clicks into place. These insights, often triggered by a shift in perspective or a break from routine, are powerful moments of clarity. Kadavy's approach reminds us that productivity isn't about pushing harder, it's about being in tune with the natural rhythms of our mind, allowing us to work in a way that feels both efficient and fulfilling. Ever have a sudden flash of insight, the kind that solves a problem or gives you the perfect line for your story? That's your eureka moment, the result of insight at work. Finding your creative, sweet spot, is less about time and more about recognizing the energy and focus you need to produce your best work. Since energy levels fluctuate throughout the day, tasks like meetings, socializing, or even painting can drain you. The trick is to identify your golden hour, the peak of your energy, which aligns with your body's natural circa. Imagine your circadian rhythm as a rising line throughout the day. While you're awake, your alertness grows, countered by a sleep debt system that builds up without rest. This balance often leaves us feeling a dip around 2:30 p.m., when energy naturally slumps. By understanding these rhythms, you can maximize focus. Many people, like top violinists or writers like Virginia Woolf, find their morning hours are the most productive, using these peak moments for focused, high-priority work. To capitalize on this, David Kadavy suggests the first hour rule: dedicating your first hour each morning to your most crucial project. It's simple but powerful. By tackling your top task when your mind is fresh, you sidestep procrastination and clear obstacles before they even appear. Creative work, though, doesn't only happen when you're actively painting or writing. Social psychologist Graham Wallace describes 4 stages of creativity: preparation, where you gather details and brainstorm; incubation, where ideas simmer in the background; illumination, the eureka moment; and verification, where you refine and finalize. So, even when you're away from your desk, you're often making progress. By working with your natural rhythms and following these creative steps, you not only become more productive, you unlock your best ideas. Imagine becoming a walking encyclopedia of ideas. That's exactly what David Kadavy did while working on his book, though he didn't write every day. Some days, he'd be buried in research, surrounded by books, newspapers, and journals, with his whiteboard packed with possible topics and chapter outlines. This wasn't wasted time, it was preparation, the crucial first stage of creativity. The second stage, incubation, involves stepping away from the project entirely. This break is essential. Forcing yourself to keep working can often lead to frustration and even creative burnout. By focusing on other activities, you give your mind space to process what you've learned, setting you up for the third stage, illumination. This is the famous eureka moment, the unexpected flash of insight that can strike anywhere, anytime. But illumination rarely happens without preparation. It's like lightning striking an antenna. It needs something to connect. Take Paul McCartney's composition of Yesterday. The melody came to him in a dream, and he rushed to the piano, half asleep, to play it. But this flash of genius didn't come out of thin air. Paul had been steeped in music for years, so when the melody arrived, he could instantly recognize its potential. However, he didn't stop there. He proceeded to the fourth stage of creativity, verification. He spent over a year ensuring that the melody was original, refining the lyrics and arrangement until every element was perfected. Each stage, preparation, incubation, illumination, and verification, is vital to the creative process. Skipping any one part risks undermining the final product. Kadavy embraced this holistic approach, rather than sticking to a rigid routine, by allowing himself to cycle through these stages and manage his creativity in flexible, dynamic ways, without strict rules or schedules. This approach, he argues, is key to letting creativity flourish naturally. David Kadavy knew that to tap into his creativity, he had to work with his mind's natural rhythms and find spaces that inspired him. For example, the 95th floor of the John Hancock Center became one of his go-to spots for organizing his thoughts and making notes. Initially, his ideas might feel scattered, but once he started writing, he could pinpoint what was essential for his book. Another favorite place was Absento Coffee, where the views and the aroma of freshly ground beans put him in the perfect creative flow. David learned that his mind shifted between different mental states, each suited for different tasks, and identified 7 key states. 1. Prioritized state. This is the planning stage where you outline what needs to be done and decide what's most important. For David, this often took place at the John Hancock Center, where he strategized his writing. 2. Explore state. This is a curious, wandering phase without rigid goals. Here, you might indulge in a documentary or read articles without a specific agenda, allowing inspiration to find you. 3. Research state. This is focused and purposeful. You're looking for answers to specific questions, like how to structure a chapter or check facts, much like David did for his book. 4. Generate state. Here's where you dive into the actual creation, like drafting an outline, sketching, or writing a first draft. This is where your ideas begin to take shape. 5. Polish state. In this refining stage, you edit and perfect what you've created. David checked his sentence structures, ensuring everything flowed smoothly. 6. Administrative state. Not every task is creative. From paying bills to spending time with family, this state allows you to handle responsibilities that support your creative life. 7. recharge state. Finally, it's essential to rejuvenate, whether through vacations, breaks, or just unwinding with funny videos. David even enjoyed getting a massage to relax and reset his energy. Recognizing these states and aligning the right task with the right mental state can help you avoid burnout and stay productive. By tuning into these mental states, you can cultivate a creative practice that's both productive and sustainable. David Kadavy had a unique routine that he used to sustain his creative work without burning out. He would dedicate time from midnight until 4 a.m. solely to writing his book. At 4 a.m., he'd shut down his computer, turn off the lights, and sleep until noon. Then, he'd head to a coffee shop in the afternoon and work until it closed. He called this a creative cycle, a rhythm that allowed him to move through stages of focus, rest, and rejuvenation. This cycle includes 4 main stages. 1. Preparation, gathering information and ideas, often in a peaceful environment. 2. Incubation, stepping away from active work to let ideas simmer in the background. 3. Illumination, experiencing a flash of insight or an aha moment. 4. Verification, reviewing, refining, and finalizing the work. Creative cycles can vary from person to person. Beth, for instance, prefers to gather ideas at night, sleep on it, and then experience inspiration over breakfast, where she writes down new ideas. She spends the afternoon fine-tuning her work, blending different aspects of the creative cycle in a way that works best for her. Beyond cycles, David also relied on creative systems, routines, or habits designed to make creative work easier. One challenging day, he was set to interview Dr. Rock, an inspiration of his. Unfortunately, construction noise filled his apartment. He was new to Panama City and didn't know of any quiet spots nearby, and rescheduling with someone as busy as Dr. Rock was not an option. Despite these obstacles, he kept a creative system in place. He reviewed his notes, prepared alternative recording setups, and stayed adaptable. This approach helped him stay calm and prepared, even amid distractions. Creative cycles and systems like these allow you to work within your natural rhythms and manage your energy, helping you make progress without burning out. Finding the right balance and rhythm can help unlock your full creative potential. Mind management and creative productivity, key insights. This summary provides powerful strategies for managing your mind to boost productivity and creativity, as inspired by David Kadavy's methods. Here's a breakdown of the concepts discussed. 1. Understanding mind management. Mind management isn't about forcing yourself into a task but about recognizing your current mental state and matching tasks to it. Ask yourself, what am I in the mood for, and what work aligns with this mood? This approach can lead to more effective, enjoyable work sessions. 2. Finding your creative sweet spot. Discovering your most productive time of day is essential. Many people find mornings ideal since they're often distraction-free. By aligning your work with your circadian rhythm, you can tap into peak focus and energy, setting the stage for those breakthrough eureka moments. 3. The 4 stages of creativity. To produce something remarkable, go through these stages. O. Preparation, brainstorm and gather information. O. Incubation, take a break, allowing ideas to percolate. O. Illumination, experience the sudden flash of insight. O. Verification, refine and evaluate your work critically. 4. 7 mental states of creative work. These states help organize and complete your work effectively. O. Prioritize, plan and decide what's essential. O. Explore, let curiosity guide you. O. Research, seek specific answers. O. Generate, create the initial draft or design. O. Polish, refine and perfect. O. Administrative, manage necessary but non-creative tasks. O. Recharge, refresh with breaks or relaxing activities. 5. Creative cycle. The creative cycle involves stages of intense work balanced with rest, allowing you to maintain momentum without burnout. For instance, David Kadavy's late-night writing sessions and mid-afternoon coffee shop routines created a rhythm that suited him best. 6. creative system. Think of this as an umbrella structure guiding your entire creative process. It includes the minimum creative dose, a small action that keeps your project moving forward, such as writing a paragraph or sketching an idea. Open loops, like leaving a small part of your work unfinished, can also keep ideas alive in your mind and ease you into the next session. In our fast-paced world, there's often pressure to do more and achieve faster. But slowing down and appreciating each step of the journey can be more rewarding. Rather than rushing to the end, savor the process of creativity. It's in those moments of exploration and reflection that ideas truly flourish. Remember, patience brings depth and richness to your work, like the saying goes, good things come to those who wait. So embrace the journey, and allow your creativity to unfold naturally, at its own pace.